Welcome back. Today, we're diving into some of the most fascinating and lesser-known facts from history. So buckle up, history detectives, because it's time to uncover the past. Picture this. It's 1932, the Great Depression is in full swing and Australia is facing a new feathered foe, emus. These large, flightless birds were more than just a nuisance. Thousands of them, big, flightless, and wreaking havoc on farmers' crops. They trampled over fields, devouring everything in sight. The Australian government declared war on the emus. Yes, an actual war against birds. They even deployed soldiers armed with Lewis machine guns, thinking it would be a quick and decisive battle. You'd think it would be an easy victory, right? Well, not so much. The emus proved to be formidable opponents. Those emus were surprisingly cunning. They moved in unpredictable patterns, making it hard to aim. They scattered, dodged bullets, and outmaneuvered the soldiers at every turn. The soldiers found themselves in a frustrating game of cat and mouse. The Great Emu War was a flop for the humans, but the emus emerged victorious. It was a bizarre chapter in history where nature outsmarted man. Let's travel back to ancient Egypt, where Cleopatra ruled and pyramids dotted the landscape. Cleopatra's Needle, a towering obelisk, was a gift from Egypt to New York City in the 1880s. When moving it, they discovered a secret compartment with treasures from the past, gold coins, bronze tools, and miniature obelisks. Cleopatra's Needle stands in Central Park today, a reminder of ancient Egypt's grandeur and secrets. Imagine a plague, but instead of spreading sickness, it makes people dance uncontrollably. That's what happened in Strasbourg, France, in 1518. It started with one woman, Frau Trophea, who danced non-stop for days. Soon, hundreds joined her in this strange, involuntary dance frenzy. Doctors were baffled, some thought it was a curse, others blamed hot blood or demonic possession. Streets filled with people dancing day and night, unable to stop, their bodies exhausted. The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of history's most perplexing mysteries. In 1970, a massive sperm whale washed ashore in Florence, Oregon. It was 45 feet long and weighed an estimated 8 tons. The sheer size of the whale drew crowds of curious onlookers. Authorities decided to use dynamite to dispose of the carcass, thinking it was the most efficient solution. The idea was that the explosion would break it up into smaller pieces for seagulls and other scavengers to eat, thus cleaning up the beach. Well, things didn't go as planned. The explosion was far more powerful than anticipated. The explosion sent whale blubber and chunks of flesh flying through the air, raining down on onlookers and cars parked nearby. It was a sight, and a smell, that no one would ever forget. People were left in shock, covered in whale remains. The exploding whale of Florence became a legendary cautionary tale, reminding us of the unexpected consequences of seemingly practical solutions. In 1919, Boston was hit by a wave of something completely unexpected: molasses. A giant tank containing over 2 million gallons of the sticky stuff burst open, unleashing a tidal wave through the streets. It moved with surprising speed and force, reaching heights of up to 15 feet. The Great Molasses Flood caused widespread damage, trapping people and horses and even ripping a train off its tracks. The cleanup effort was massive, and the smell of molasses lingered for months. In 1925, a stray dog nearly led to war between Greece and Bulgaria. It started when a Greek soldier's dog wandered across the border into Bulgaria. When the soldier went after his furry friend, shots were fired, and the situation escalated quickly. Both sides mobilized troops, and war seemed imminent. Luckily, cooler heads prevailed, and the conflict was averted. The War of the Stray Dog serves as a reminder that even insignificant events can have far-reaching consequences. The phantom time hypothesis suggests a chunk of the Middle Ages, specifically the years 614 to 911 AD, never actually happened. Proponents argue that historical records from this period are scarce and unreliable, and that certain events and figures might have been fabricated. They even suggest that Emperor Charlemagne might be a fictional character. This theory is highly controversial and not widely accepted by historians, but it's a fascinating thought experiment nonetheless. The phantom time hypothesis is a reminder that history is open to interpretation and debate. In 1814, London experienced a disaster of epic proportions, a beer flood. It was an event that would go down in history for its sheer oddity and tragic consequences. At the Mew & Company brewery, a giant vat containing over 350,000 gallons of fermenting beer burst. The vat unleashed a torrent of ale through the streets of St. Giles, a poor neighborhood in London. Houses were flooded, walls collapsed, and people scrambled to escape the sticky, beery deluge. The force of the flood was so immense that it even destroyed 2 homes. Sadly, the flood resulted in several deaths, including women and children. The London beer flood is a reminder that even in the face of disaster, there's always a story to tell, one that blends tragedy with the unexpected. In 1942, World War II was raging, and tensions were high in Los Angeles. Just months after Pearl Harbor, something strange appeared in the skies over LA. Unidentified flying objects. Air raid sirens blared, searchlights scanned the skies, and anti-aircraft guns fired into the night. The Battle of Los Angeles had begun. To this day, no one knows for sure what those objects were. The incident highlighted the fear and paranoia that gripped America during the war. In 1908, a massive explosion flattened over 800 square miles of forest in Siberia, yet left no crater behind. That's the Tunguska Event. On June 30th, a blinding light flashed across the sky, followed by a deafening roar. The shockwave knocked people off their feet hundreds of miles away. Scientists believe a meteoroid or comet exploded in the atmosphere, releasing energy equivalent to thousands of Hiroshima bombs. The Tunguska Event is a reminder that our planet is still full of mysteries. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these mind-blowing history facts, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep those history brains buzzing. See you next time!